Too much noise can be a bad thing.
Scientists around the world are racing to understand COVID's new mutant strain.
Sometimes you just need science. Recently, I was feeling overwhelmed by the constant stimulus and by the anxiety it led to. It was so bad it started to hinder my ability to get work done. So I decided to get away from it all and head out to have a silent retreat. 72 hours of total silence and solitude. Just me, my camera, and my thoughts. I've wanted to go on a silent retreat for quite a while now, but this ended up being more of a spontaneous trip, mostly because I felt I was reaching a bit of a breaking point, which is why I wanted to challenge myself to come out here for a few days to be in total silence and to really clear my mind. My goals for the trip were twofold. Firstly, to have complete silence and a media fast during my stay. To be still and present to what was going on both inside me and around me. And secondly, to use this distraction-free opportunity to be productive and to finally work on some creative projects that I'd been putting off. I'm very happy to be here and in this beautiful spot. The surrounding wilderness was incredible to experience. The warm sun on my back, the singing frogs, the wind in the grass, the dragonflies buzzing from reed to reed, the beavers having an afternoon swim. I found a path and I climbed to the top, and I found a beautiful view. There were so many opportunities to capture great photos and videos. It should have been paradise for anyone with a camera. However, within the first few hours of being there, I noticed something strange. I had an unusually intense desire to use my phone, to escape the silence I'd surrounded myself with, and I didn't understand why. Man, this has been way harder than I thought it was going to be. I have struggled a lot to not look at my phone. It feels like I'm going through withdrawal, and my phone is calling out to me, Kirsten, Kirsten, Kirsten. Honestly, it's a bit disconcerting how strong the call to look at my phone is. Not only that, but I was also struggling to be productive. I'd set aside these few days to do creative work, but I found myself procrastinating in whatever means possible, whether through napping, eating, or reading. And it was causing a lot of internal agony. I didn't understand exactly what was happening until that night when a light bulb went off. Last night I read this book called Do the Work. It talks about the internal resistance we have to doing tasks that we know we should be doing, like creative work. As I read it, I realized the reason I've been struggling so much during this trip isn't because I'm addicted to my phone, it's because I've been avoiding. Since I got out here a day and a half ago, I've been avoiding working on a video script, and I've been avoiding creative things like photography and filming, and not only that, but I've also been trying to avoid the negative thoughts and negative emotions that have been coming up. Normally, if I started to feel crappy, I'd turn to my phone or the internet to escape, but here there is no escape. It's either fight the thoughts and start doing the work I'm avoiding, or it's be miserable. With renewed motivation and clarity, I decided to follow the book's advice, and I got to work with a strict deadline in place. I'm not leaving this bed until a script is finished. Once I had some momentum, everything became easier. I finally took my camera out and started shooting. It felt so good to overcome my creative block and to start doing what I love again. I no longer had the desperate desire to escape to my phone, which only served to distract from the pain of procrastination. Instead, I appreciated and sought out silence. Though it wasn't ever truly silent. The sound of autumn was all around me. There's a woodpecker. By the last morning, I was finally at peace in the silence. Finally in creative flow. Finally in a good headspace. Oh my gosh, you guys. My camera just fell in the water. I can't believe I did that. I don't know if any of this is gonna work. This is just a mess. Not how I wanted to have this trip go. I was down on this freaking mud and one side toppled over and it went in right there. At least it's still pretty here. Oh my goodness. I still had a few hours left in the challenge. So after a short mental break, I decided to keep filming. Oh my gosh, I just crashed my drone over there too. Not my day. It's nearly 72 hours since I arrived at this beautiful spot, and it's certainly been more of a challenge than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would just be a nice little getaway where I could relax and get some work done and get away from the chaos of the world, but it ended up really kicking me in the butt. Between the camera crashes, drone crashes, and emotional crashes, it definitely was a learning experience. It was only through entering into silence that I realized just how much I've been filling my life with noise and distraction. How I've been indulging in distractions and procrastination in an attempt to avoid pain. But in reality, they've been the source of my pain. And although I lost nearly $5,000 of camera gear, I realized something even more valuable. This challenge showed me that I need to stop running away from my work, from my thoughts and my feelings. And that once I stop running and start doing, that pain all disappears. In fact, I can even enjoy my work and tap into some of the passion I have deep within. This was challenge number 2 of 100 on my ladder to infinity, which is my path towards a more positive and fulfilling future. Check out more from this series by clicking the video on the left.